If you want to stand on the highest point in Maine, there's only one way up, hiking to the summit of Mount Katahdin. The views are amazing, but the climb can be tough.
Every year, hikers are injured, some airlifted out, and this year, as we reported, some didn't make it home. Scott McDonald and photojournalist Kyle Mercier made that trip to Baxter State Park for a look at what happens when a mountain climb turns into a race against time.
Baxter State Park, it's one of Maine's most majestic scenes.
The mountain itself is magnificent. The obsession was Baxter's drive to piece together a place that was intact, a contiguous wilderness area for the people of the state of Maine.
But conquering the wilderness of Katahdin comes with commitment.
I think a big thing is people overestimate their ability and underestimate the mountain.
Chief Ranger Matt McGuire's background in technical rope rescue fits Katahdin's tough, sometimes treacherous terrain.
We do find people, when they hike the mountain, we do hear that it was more than they anticipated or more than they realized. It was very challenging.
A-ball is 10-8 for Mountain Patrol.
10-4 A-ball, 5 on clear.
When someone's lost or hurt, rangers like Emma Zavasky answer the call.
Today is a Class 1 day, which means that it's pretty much ideal conditions.
We set out on the Able Trail. 3.4 miles of what's officially called a very strenuous hike.
It can get dangerous because once you're above tree line, the rocks get really big and they're really kind of hard to navigate.
Then there's the weather.
You know, it could be perfectly sunny and beautiful 1 minute and then dark, spooky cloud rolls in and you start getting rained on.
We're about a mile into our hike here on the Able Trail, and the terrain here is starting to get pretty rocky, but we're not even at the really difficult part of this. But if you look down at the rocks, you can see just how dangerous they can be if they get slick. Easy place to turn an ankle.
During peak season, the park averages 2 to 3 rescues every single week.
We average around 50 SAR incidents a year. Most of them are during the summer. You know, if you were to look at a bar graph, the height would be July and August, a few in the winter.
Common and sometimes fatal mistakes can include summit fever.
Yeah, some people, they've traveled a long way to get here, or they're just very determined to make it to the top.
People often don't set a turnaround time, or if they do, they don't adhere to it. And that's really critical.
On our clear day with great weather, the views were breathtaking.
Even though you try to enjoy as much as you can, you are thinking, I still got to go back down. This is only half of the journey. And for many hikers, that's where the trouble starts.
You need to allow time and energy to get back down the mountain. And coming down the mountain can often be longer than ascending the mountain.
When hikers don't come back, rangers build their story, and the race against the clock begins.
So we start to gather information that's going to look at what was their planned itinerary, you know, when did you last hear them, you know, what is the type of gear they might have, what are any medical concerns or conditions, just any that information that might be pertinent to basically help us create what we call a search urgency.
That's what happened with Esther Keeterling and her father Tim visiting from New York. They set off on June 1st on the same trail we hiked. Even in warm weather, the climb is tough and challenging. Massive boulders, some the size of small cars, hands and feet required to get up. But that day, conditions turned dangerous. Temperatures in the mid-30s, wind gusts hitting 40 miles an hour along with rain, sleet and snow, and wind chills dropping to 19 degrees. After reaching the summit, it's believed Esther continued off trail, sliding down the slope, hitting large rocks, and dying from blunt force trauma. Her body found in a boulder field. Her father, about 1,000 feet away, died from complications of hypothermia. Others caught on Katahdin have made it home safe, including a few months ago.
Both parties had summited later in the day. And one of the parties suffered an injury which impeded their ability to continue to hike.
A Black Hawk helicopter airlifting the injured hiker to safety. A reminder, without supplies, stamina, and smart decisions.
You know, whenever we are on the mountain, we're always treating it with respect.
Some of the Northeast's toughest terrain teaches the hardest lessons.
You know, I think having a good understanding and respect to the mountain will ensure that you have a safe and successful climb.